Hey, what's going on, gamers? This is Doctor Redstone signing in to another episode on the channel. In today's episode, man, I want to give a huge shout out to absolutely everybody in Loke City. We will be going over this last weekend's Guild War, and I'm going to give a huge shout out to Poppy and absolutely everybody over in Loke City. Huge shout out to the homie Dr. Lucas who as well, who was running with us over in Loke City. Man, it was a phenomenal weekend. Big shout out to the top 4 on everybody on Android Global. Man, that was definitely neck and freaking neck. We're gonna be going over all the leaderboards, so without further ado, let's jump on over into Android Global and take a look and see what the raid was all about. Alrighty, gamers, and jumping on over into this one, you guys can see Q Mob was the one that ended up taking first place. We were definitely neck and neck with those guys up until the last couple hours. Loke City coming in number 2. OSP and House of Legends, big shout out to those guys. NBNV Synergy coming in at that number 5 spot. We got Crazy Idiots, Acusa, Legio, Brazil, Killers Elite LD, Unicorn Prospect. Rounding out top 10, we got Supernatural, The Old Guild, The Nameless Order, Bloodborne to Kill, Legends Are Forever, Locked Out. I think that's probably because the Android lockout. We got Code of Honor, of course, top 20 over here on the Android Global server. Lobos Españas, Nemesis of All, Unity, as well as Shadows of Flame. Man, big shout out to each and every single one of those guys, man. The top 4 guilds over here on Android Global was neck and neck for a very long time. Us and QMob definitely was able to pull quite a bit ahead, and we were all kind of together up until the last little bit. So definitely huge shout out to absolutely everybody over in Loke City. Big shout out to the fam. Alrighty, gamers, and next up on this list, I want to be going over to the iOS global servers as we see the touch legacy continues on. Huge shout out to the homie Jack as well as Klutz for supplying the iOS screenshots for today's episode. We got the KGB coming in at number 2 with 68, a little bit of ways away from those guys. We got Loki coming in at that number 3 spot. Now, I did hear 7 of these guilds are touch or touch related, touch family, whatever it may be. We got Nut Clan coming in at that number 4 spot, Wit Family rounding out the top 5, Battalion Playground coming in at number 6, Fire of Surther coming in at number 7, Strange Family coming in at number 8. We got Rom and the Knight's Revenge rounding out the top 10. Now, I wonder how many different families or alliances or anything like that are over on the iOS global servers. It seems like it's definitely pretty tough. We got Prankster Squad, big shout out to the homegirl Joanna, make sure and check her out, coming in at that number 11 spot. We got Death Wolves coming in at that number 12 spot, Rebels Battalion coming in at 13, the Daedalus Project, I'm not sure what that one is all about, coming in number 14, NXG coming in the number 15 spot. And of course, over here we got to take a look at the top 20. Flunk's Castle in 16, a Wolfpack's Legacy in 17, Fire Wizard Burners. We got the Northern Beast, dang, a little bit lower than what they're probably used to. We got Wine and Spirits rounding out the top 20. So I definitely got to say for that one, it definitely looks like iOS global touch is definitely back and running, hitting heavier than before. I'm not sure how all the other alliance kind of stack up against touch and everything like that. If you guys are over on the iOS global servers, let me know a little bit of what's going on over there down in the comment section below. Alrighty, gamers, and jumping on over into this one, let's go ahead and take a look at the iOS European server, and Barbarians are not at the number 1 spot. We do have Elite Heroes coming at that number 1. I don't know if they're in relation to Barbarians. Memory and Thoughts, huge shout out to those guys coming at that number 2 spot, and that one is freaking close, 22 million to 21 billion. Only 1 million points away, which you can definitely get that one in a good guild war. So big shout out to both those guys. We have the League coming at the number 3, Ann Haltener coming in at that number 4 spot, and rounding out the top 5 we have Death Squad. Les Dragons Roads coming in at number 6, Rise Against coming in at number 7, and Dutch Helden 1 coming in at that number 8 spot. We got the First Order at number 9, and rounding out the top 10 we got 2 Less Twos coming in at that at number 10 spot. Nature's Dutch at 11. Black Wolves yet again. It's not a leaderboards video without those guys. Legends of Toke coming in at 13. Nightmare at 14. And Elite H2SO4 coming at the number 15 spot. We got Room War in honorable mention coming at the number 16. So a big shout out to those guys. But I'm wondering if the Elite Heroes is any relation to Barbarians. If you guys are over on the iOS European server, fill us in on that one. Alrighty gamers, and last but most certainly not least, we were definitely a free to play this weekend over on the Android European server. You guys know that we were doing pretty good on that one, so we got Never Give Up came in that number 1 spot. You guys can see we were guild rank 42 for that one. Definitely wasn't anything over the top. Definitely just wanted to go ahead and find a guild that we can go ahead and hang out with, so definitely was phenomenal. So big shout out to each and every single one of those guys. A little bit difficult because they definitely didn't use lineup, but you know, hey, that's okay. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what friends and families and everything like that came in that number 1 spot. We have Never Give It Up coming at the number 1, LOD at number 2, Sturm der Legenden coming at that number 3 spot, and Armed and Dangerous. We got Chaos Puppies rounding out the top 5. White Wolves, man, they're always up there. Ascos at 7, and Dutch Wolves coming in at the number 8 spot. All Shall See at 9. Final Fantasy at 10. The Party House coming at number 11. Dasima, big shout out to the family over there. Happy Magic Guild coming at 13. Big shout out to the homies Ghetto Fabulous at 14. Natural Born Killers at 15. And Thylaclan, big shout out to those guys at the number 16 spot. We got Met by Moonlight over there down at the 17th spot. Big shout out to the homies on that one. And like I said, big shout out to everybody over there on the Android European server for letting us kind of go over and run with them. We got Shadows, Tarturius, big shout out to them. Overall was such a phenomenal weekend. I definitely gotta say, with the head-to-head battles, this was probably one of the funnest ones that I've had in a long time, especially when it comes to Guild War. Usually we are not that active for that weekend, so definitely phenomenal for that one, man. Big shout out to Rico, Poppy, Reaper, absolutely everybody over in Loke City. Rainbows upon rainbows upon rainbows were definitely purchased for this last weekend, and I want to give a huge shout out to absolutely all those guys for a bunch of the free energies and everything like that. Definitely made for a very, very fun weekend, that's for sure. Definitely sorry about the delay in videos, definitely going through some RL stuff, but definitely going to be able to power through this one with your guys' support on that. Make sure to smash that like button. Speaking of the support, questions, suggestions in the comments section, and as always, don't forget to subscribe before you go. This is Dr. Redstone signing out. Thanks, YouTube.